we're going to make sure together that every World War II vet in our district that has not been to that World War II memorial, that they have the opportunity to get to that memorial by the fall of next year.
I was 17 on June 15th, and in September I left for the Navy. You just wanted to get in the service. You want to be patriotic.
Most people in my age in school were very, very patriotic. I mean, it was the only thing. I mean, it couldn't be anything else.
It was tough. It really was tough. I mean, there were no young men around. I can't begin to tell you. Because they all went into the service after Pearl Harbor. They were so fired up, and it was tremendous patriotism.
The Battle of Philippine Sea, 2 days before my 18th birthday, the guys were kidding. A lot of Japanese planes were coming in, and I wouldn't reach 18. Kamikaze coming straight down, it looked like it was coming right down to the muzzle of our gun. Finally, it just, from the bullets, from the explosion of the bullets, it crashed about 50 feet away from me. I could see the pilot go into the water with the plane. Every time I see a plane go by, I think about it. Every time I look up in the sky, I see a plane coming out of the clouds. And I say at night when it gets dark, I think about it. It never leaves. I think almost every day of the year, I think of something that goes on that I went through.
There's a German ammo place right below our feet. So I started lobbing grenades into the fortification, and the Germans came out and started firing at us. Our weapons were clogged with seaweed and dirt, and we couldn't fire our weapons back at them. And they captured us, taken back into a German prisoner of war camp. And we stayed there a short time, but my conscience bothered me that we never should have been captured somehow or other. And I said to George, this is it, this is the time. So we stayed in the vineyards and kept going away from the camp. And then after about a half hour, they realized we weren't under guard anymore. We were missing. We heard them shouting at us. They sent the dogs after us. And we went to sleep one night in a bombed out railway siding. Awake in the morning, we heard some people outside coming into the bomb shelter, and they said, "Was tun Sie da?" We were covered with straw. They couldn't even really see us. And the only thing I could think of was schlafen. About 3 or 4 minutes later, several officers came into the place and with their guns pointed at us and pushed the straw away and saw that we were soldiers, and they captured us.
He said, the day I don't call you, you'll know I shipped out. And then that finally happened.
And I ducked in, and I just in time because the bomb went ahead and they did what they call skip bombing, where they dropped the bomb and it skips. And one went down into the subway, and that was a shelter for children, and and I heard the screams, and after that was over, it took a couple of days to straighten myself out and back to work.
They put us in boxcars, and unfortunately the boxcars were not indicated with any kind of insignia, so the American Air Force assumed they were being used for anti-German purposes. Mm-hmm. So they shot up the boxcars. Since most of the boxcars were shot up, but ours wasn't, we were ultimately broke out of the boxcars, and in the distance you could see the Americans coming, and they welcomed us with open arms to even survive, really. I've been lucky, but up until the time my wife died, I was in a wheelchair for years and years and years, and I decided when she passed away that I was going to graduate from a wheelchair to a walker of some kind, and I've done that since. She's now no longer here, and I say, Norma, I'm walking, see you.
In 2009, got the call that everyone obviously fears, and his chopper went down in the Helmand province of Afghanistan. We had to continue Eric's mission, and we didn't know how to do it, so we came up with an idea of putting a foundation together, a charity that would continue to support our troops when they came home, and the families and their families while they were away. And Heroes in Transition was born. We got our 501. Senator Ball reached out to us to see if we could help with funding this bus trip. He gave us the details, and it sounded like something that we really wanted to get the opportunity to help with. These World War II veterans, this is probably the last chance that they're going to get to go to D.C. and visit the memorial. And we thought it would provide some closure for them, and it's just the right thing to do.
What does visiting the monument mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. I haven't been to Washington in years and years, and to see this monument, which I'm very proud of, I'd like to see it. I haven't seen it, so.
It means quite a bit to the guys that gave up their lives and all, and I was just one of the lucky ones when I was born 1 year later. I was never down there, and I can't wait to go down and see it. In fact, I wanted to see all of my brothers. I had 3 brothers in World War II. Me and 2 other brothers, and my youngest brother served in Korean War. So we have 4 brothers, and all of us served.
Really excited about it, because I know that I didn't have that much of a part of it, but the whole generation, when I look at it, it really is a generation that really was gung-ho and made America, and I think changed the world.
Senator Paul is doing all this for us veterans. It's not only for me, it's for all our veterans.
Yeah, well,
And I think it's important for everybody and outside these 4 walls here to know how much we appreciate it.